Strap into your business harness, folks. It's time for the Badcast Newscast.
Welcome to the Badcast Newscast, everybody. It's Reklis here. You got Kenny and Tim. We're glad to have you. Tim, how are you doing?
Doing well, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing very good. Kenny, do you have a vampire dwarf problem still?
Well, I found a few of them. They were goblins. And so one of them was my mayor. And so I locked him in a room. And then the other two, I arrested for crimes. And then when they went to prison, I just built walls around them in prison. So they're trapped. So I've got 3 vampires trapped. And according to the game, apparently they don't need to eat or drink. So they'll never die. They'll just be in the wall forever.
Perfect. No more explanation needed. I love it. That's all I want.
Sounds like you got things under control.
I've got some goblins.
There may be more
One
vampires,
of them's my
but I
mayor.
have to. Oh yeah, no.
This is exactly that is the exact dwarf fortress update I wanted. No more. Perfect. Well, I wanted to give a quick update on our Reese's episode. Tim, I tried a Reese's Take 5 Sorry, was it Take 5? Which one's yours?
Fast break.
Fast break. Yeah. No. Sorry, I wrote it down wrong again. I went back at my old notes and looked it down again. Fast break. I tried the one you talked about.
So you were like, let me copy my notes to the correct wording from Take 5 to Take 5.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yep. Well, I should give Stephanie credit. She's the one who was like, "Oh, we got to try that thing," and so she went and bought it and brought it home.
Oh, cool. Nice.
So it was pretty good. I don't think it's not my number one, but I liked it for sure. So also, Stephanie got a Reese's Big Cup with pretzels. So it's like a Reese's peanut butter cup that's like this thick. For the podcast listeners, I'm doing a like 1.5 to 2 inch thing with my fingers here, and yeah, it's all right. I mean, I think you guys might be excited because, oh man, it's going to be so full of peanut butter, which is up your alley for the way you do your Reese's products. But the pretzels definitely take up a lot of the space in there, which is a nice like texture kind of thing going on. But overall, it was just more than it needed to be. There wasn't enough salt added from the pretzels to really change the flavor.
You gotta stab an actual Reese's cup with a pretzel yourself. That's how you do it.
I can see
that would be better, and you would have more. You would have a better pretzel to chocolate and peanut butter ratio, and more salt.
Roasted over a fire like a s'mores?
Yeah, exactly.
Now we're talking. So, Kenny, in this scenario, are you stabbing it through the disc, like through the hole of the disc, or are you going like horizontally so that the pretzel fills the peanut butter?
And do you sharpen the pretzel before
you might
stab?
Need to if
you
you're
would
going
have
horizontally.
to go sideways,
right? Because the chocolate's thicker over there.
Or you could make
big pretzel stick or the little ones,
the thin ones.
Okay.
But Tim, your roasting idea would definitely require like a 8-inch long, thick.
As does a business harness.
Most of your ideas would need an 8-inch long.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of snacks, though, we had our last episode. We were talking about road trips and road tripping snacks, and we ran out of time to talk about a list of items that Tim had gathered for talking about road trip snacks. And we wanted to revisit that today. So, Tim, please give us your list of road trip snacks, and Kenny and I will talk about what we think of these items.
So let's start with these are like snacks in fast food, or not fast food, but quickie marts, gas stations.
Yeah.
Right. So like, I guess I start with first like cowtails. So cowtails, like, it's not something that I eat, and I don't even know if I've tried cowtails, but it's something that always fascinates me, like especially on road trips. Like I want to try it. Like, maybe this will be the time.
Yeah.
Because it just looks like beef jerky, especially since it has like kind of cowboy type things on there associated with beef jerky, and seeing cowtails and the sitting next to the register there, just kind of fascinating.
These are caramel flavored.
Are they?
Treats, right? Kenny, are you?
I thought it was caramel. Also, minor spoiler
I know somebody named
alert,
Caramel.
they're not really. when you were talking about beef jerky at the register, I was just thinking of that scene in the new Twin Peaks with Sarah Palmer with the beef jerky at the register. It's
Neither
incredible.
of us have seen the new Twin Peaks.
I know. You got to watch it. It's great.
Spoiler alert, there's a beef jerky scene.
Oh, God, not even watching now.
Yeah. So have you heard of cow's eyes, Tim?
Ooh, no.
So this is like an oval shaped caramel candy with a marshmallow creamy center. So it's brown and white like a cow's eye. I think it's the idea.
Is it glassy and looks like an actual eye?
No, it looks like a soft.
I've heard them called something else, and those are good.
So Stephanie really likes those, and she thinks cowtails are okay, but it's that kind of like grainy caramel, bendable snack.
So the other thing that I don't really try, but I'm fascinated with, are the hot dogs. Like, because there's always there are like various numbers of hot dogs rolling on the little roller, and so if there's only one, that means somebody's eating it.
Not necessarily.
I don't know anybody who's
or they're just
them.
like, we got to have one available, and no one's ever going to buy more, so we just put the one on to prove that we have it. I think
we have to make use of this hot dog rolling machine.
Yeah.
Right.
Or show that we're using it.
Right. It's a sunk cost at that point. You really have to like invest in like using it to see if it's worth it. Like,
right. It's like use it or lose it. Like if there are no hot dogs on the roller, then like we're going to take the hot dog rolling machine away from you.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean,
your hot dogs have to roll 18 miles in any given 45-day period, or they take it away. So,
yeah, there's like an odometer. There's an odometer on each.
Gotta have one on there.
Each hot dog.
Yep.
I think my opinion is similar to the pretzels, where it needs to be at least 8 inches for me to want to have it.
Has to be like at least 2 buns worth of hot dog.
2 buns and 8 inches. Yeah, that's how I like my food.
So now I'll get into things that I actually do eat. So like honey buns, which are like terrible. Like they're not good for you. They're like no nutritious value. The only thing, well, okay, so let me cross into a little bit of college, like all night studying time, and the only food available like 2 in the morning was like and like I skipped dinner or whatever, and so I would look in the snack machine for whatever was like the heaviest thing or like the most calories, and it was usually a honey bun. So there's that. But for some reason, seeing them on the road, I like to get them and snack on them more.
There's something about the way that the honey, which I'm going to put in quotes there because I don't think there's any honey involved, but the way it congeals, that can be like enticing a little bit in the right circumstance. But then like if a piece comes off and it's just like lays flat, it's like, oh God, I eat that. Like,
it's like from a distance, it reminds you of a pastry, and you're like, oh, a pastry would be really good. And you get up close. And...
Right. Yeah. Like if even like a little piece falls, even if it's on like a paper plate or like something clean, it's like, that looks like something that's been on the ground for a long time.
Or came out of my nose.
Also, I mentioned this last week. I don't think we were recording. One of my favorite tweets ever. Dude posted a picture and he said, y'all pray for my cousin. Ain't nothing wrong with him. He just looked like a honey bun.
Good classic honey bun material.
So good. Oh my God.
All right. So also, let's see, on the edible list are Funyuns. Those are definitely
edible ?
Yeah, they're up there with like pork rinds.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, I've recently been having more pork rinds from gas station stops, and they're like super high protein for a snack.
Okay.
So I mean, it's still high calorie because it's just like fat, like deep fried fat.
Yeah, as long as you don't think for like any amount of time about what you're eating, then like they can.
But like one serving,
I've only tried them like once.
One serving of like a gas station pork rinds is like 8 grams of protein. which is like pretty good for the like crunchy snack that usually has 0 grams of protein.
It's almost like a slice of bacon.
Right.
I feel like there's like an age of Funyuns though, where it's like after you turn like when you become a teenager, basically, you just realize how disgusting they are.
I never had them really until I was an adult. And
I used to like them a lot when I was younger, but there was some point where it's just like, these aren't good.
I feel like after my teenage years is when I kind of matured.
When you like found the Funyun.
It's like that and like the Beatles' White Album. I think I both kind of were like
you've got them connected in your mind.
That's why. I'm picturing a joining link that was that maybe was rolled up and consumed prior to the Funyuns that helped make those connections. Anything else on your list there, Tim?
Let's see. Rhymes with no, it doesn't rhyme. Fun dip. I guess it's an inverse rhyme, right? Funyuns, fun.
I don't think so.
To quote Al Borland, I don't think so, Tim.
Well, the first part of the word sounds the same instead of the last part of the word, so it's like a reverse rhyme.
But a rhyme,
there probably is a word for that, and it's not rhyme. It is the opposite of a rhyme.
Well, it's not
alliteration.
No, it's literally the opposite, where the rest of the word is the same and is not. It is the opposite of a rhyme.
Maybe, yeah.
All right. Reverse rhyme. So fun dip, another one that's because like it's not a good. It's like a good. It's okay if you're a passenger. Yeah, I guess eating fun dip.
I definitely am more of a Pixie Sticks fan than a Fun Dip fan.
Yeah, those last about 5 seconds.
Oh well, you gotta have the giant. You gotta have the 8-footer.
If it's the long one, it lasts about 5 seconds. If it's the smaller one,
and I gotta have 5 to 10 because I can't just have one Pixie Stick.
Yes.
This feels like an appropriately off the rails point to commit to getting completely off this train.
Yep.
So we're going to go into one final little piece here where one thing we want to do on the Badcast Newscast is when any of us have a creative idea of something we've been working on is be able to kind of share it with the group, even if it's in its infancy or just like a very early portion of its creative process.
Oh, wait, can I do one first?
Kenny, hit me up.
Of course.
What is this?
All right. This is my creative thing. It'll take a few seconds. It's called more like Captain Planet, more like Lieutenant Continent. State Farm, more like County Ranch. Burger King, more like Sandwich Prince.
Hold up. Kenny, I think you need to save this for Is This Anything, which will be happening in a later episode.
One more. I'm giving a preview of that.
Okay.
Taylor Swift, more like Taylor Normal Speed. That is a preview for the next episode where we're going to do another segment. But
yeah, this is a segment for, this first example will be a good version of it. We don't have a name for this segment. It's not really a segment. It's just a thing we're going to do right now. Tim has the beginning of a piece of music. He's got a bass line for it. He's going to share that with Kenny and I. We're going to listen to it while you all listen to it as well. And we're just going to kind of react to it and hear it and give him some feedback and kind of be able to use it as a way to see where he's at creatively on that. And yeah, so Tim, are you ready to play that piece for us?
Yeah, here it goes.
All right.
All right, name that tune.
It sounds like a pop punk song bass line.
Yeah.
I was thinking like an MXPX bass line.
Yeah, I like it. It's actually sent me back into a place of when we were recording Supreme Fiction albums and I would hear my bass takes being played on the recording, like with nothing else, and how like it suddenly made me really self-conscious about how the bass sounds by itself when it maybe doesn't do a ton of melodic work on its own. And it's like, all of a sudden I'm like, wow, that's just me, huh? Like, where's everything else?
Yeah, like I'm definitely not a bass player, but I have a bass. I hear that I was playing obviously, but yeah, so like there's some flubs and like some kind of string noise in there that like, oh yeah, like that. But like when you put drums on top of it, it sounds okay.
Maybe
string noise can be cool too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
For certain bass, especially certain bass styles, string
and
noise
you can fill out the space a little bit.
It gives it some liveliness.
Yeah, well, I guess the string noise that I was talking about were like a couple of notes that were ringing out with the open strings.
I gotcha.
So probably have to go back and edit that. But going back to the punk rock that you were commenting on.
Yeah, is that like what you had in mind?
Feel to it. It was one of the songs that I wrote with a previous band. It was like one of those kind of thing where like, oh, like we're kind of developing a sound, and this song is kind of inspired by like our kind of group effort towards things and influences. And then we broke up. So like, I mean, not right after the song, but like that was those were like
I played them this little bass part, and they were like, "Get out, everybody out, it's over."
Yeah, like during the twilight periods of the group. So yeah, it was just kind of like inspired by other influencers from the band. And so that brings me to what I was going to say about the drummer in Logic. I don't know if you have played with that, Kenny, but I tried just playing with that with this song, and the punk rock drummer AI was like seemed to be the best accompaniment to fit along with that. So that was pretty cool.
I don't normally use it, but I am quite impressed by it. It's pretty cool.
So we're talking about Logic, which is an audio editing software, and they have an AI drummer setting where you can like have it listen to the piece and then it will play along what it thinks fits that piece.
In a lot of different styles, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. You can set, and even in the song, you set like intro, verse, chorus, bridge, and it changes up and does like fill continuations, and you can adjust the complexity and loudness and whatnot. And yeah, it was doing some pretty cool stuff.
Well, I think that's coming along well, Tim, and I think there's definitely like I can hear like the fast paced kind of just snare and hi-hat drum going along with it, really like giving it a lot of propulsion and energy, and then like add a cool like guitar sound to there, and you got yourself a song coming along.
Got yourself
stew going.
Yeah. Yeah, it actually started out with I do have the guitar melody and like a scratch recording of it, but I don't want to.
You're not there yet. Yeah.
But I wanted to. So yeah, all kind of inspired by previous episodes we're talking about with the mics. Like, well, I want to record something, so let me record a bass that doesn't require a mic.
There you go. DI, yeah.
To lay down the tracks and start recording the guitar with the mic and all that. So I recorded some guide tracks along with the click to get it like the rhythm tracks in place, and then we'll start adding the other parts to it here pretty soon.
Well, that's really cool. Thanks for sharing that. I think that's cool. I'm glad to hear that. I liked it. All right. Well, that does it for the Badcast Newscast for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. For Kenny and Tim, I'm Reklis. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Hello? Bad